Well, do you want to play a game? Apparently those that are within the realm of Hunter x Hunter are quite up for it, whether it be darts or a game of tag. So it's actually kind of interesting if you think about that the Chimera ants are made from the very life force of people. So they come from all over the place. That's why some of them have certain personalities. But one that just so is enticed by speed and games. Sometimes you might not want to delve too deeply. I mean, just look at cults. But on the flip side, we've got a game of Gungi to catch up with. The board games that the king wants to play, become the best at. How's that going to go down? How many more matches has he got on the table? Oh, great. There's more cocoons and the like. I'm guessing that is a creepier sight. But yeah, the citizens are already disappearing in droves, as we already knew about, but the fact that King himself just, I want to play chess, checkers, Go, Gungi, game of Dungeons and Dragons maybe. By his old name. You can see how different ants, different characters think differently about it. Some have kind of joined along with the king just for a bit of power, a bit of safety. Others actively trying to get their own way, get their own shit out of it. Probably not going to work out well for the lion dude. I do want to catch up with everyone else, especially the ones that are fairly on board with what the hunters are doing, turn their backs on the king and what the plans are there. Apologetic for the widespread genocide of an entire country. As I mentioned before, I want to see what's going on with Colt and the other newborn thing, and that is a reaction phase, I guess. Floating puppet soldiers. He's fairly adept at keeping his own powers hidden. They're keeping check and fairly cautious of the white-clad smoke figures, which is probably best of them. How did he do it? I mean, he should probably come up with an idea of how to get a hide and seek. Get a view of the outside world without having to peek his head out of a random portal, but this seems like a brilliant power. Just whenever he feels like it's like, yeah, nah, I'm done with this for a sec. I'm off. Into his little Nen dimension. And it comes with a key. I mean, okay, I was going to question the safety of having to return to the same portal you used to get out of, but okay then. But if he can just kind of zip around wherever because of it, I would quite enjoy that one. Ah, using masonry and bricks. As long as they don't get hit by anything, stay out of any sort of direct fire. Or just someone with an intense interest in insects and a rather fancy backpack. It's odd that they were around so much. You would want to get rid of any sort of intel gathering as quickly as possible and back to the timer. If we can have Nov take out the dragonflies, that would be good. Is he going to slowly edge closer? Quiet down a little. That's the thing that's actually bothering him. And instead of just leaving it open-ended and allows them to do whatever they want. I mean, the timer's still going. He's got the time to spare. Why not? Oh, yeah, true. Look how catchable he is. Come on. Chase him. That's when you win. If he starts to get a bit dejected because no one's playing his little game, that was a quick downpour, and I think I preferred the trees before they were covered in egg sacs. No idea how Gungi is played. Not really likely that I'm going to delve into any sort of rules or whatnot, if there are. But the fact she is visualizing it all, and it's a brand new technique that he's just come up with. Everyone's arriving to the battlefield slowly. And this is where she'll do something slightly unexpected. Throw him off. Everything is going to plan. He's willing to sacrifice a few in order to win the greater goal. So intense. And I like how it's cutting to him and he seems so uninterested. But he's still observant. So hang on. She hasn't immediately responded with a move of her own. She's got a blocked nose. Yeah, is she going to pass out again? Deep in thought. Out of 10,000 games and simulations, he still can't see a way to winning. At the end of it? What intrigued her? Ah, it's not his own move. They have the same lines of thinking there. If it's something that she came up with there, and he's now emulating. He's on his own little journey to be great. She raised that boy. It's a game of experiences and the like. She's just had many more games. She had to pause for a moment to realise that birds of a feather, as it were. Huh. That's a very interesting way of putting it. I mean, an eloquent answer for the question, let's be honest. Until he wins, it's game on, apparently. To be fair, I was thinking that she's been kept around far longer than anyone else. Actually, keeping track of the time quite well. Yeah, he's distracted easily. At least he's enjoying himself. He immediately thinks he's won. Doesn't understand the peril that he's in. I'm sure he will about to. A good smoke trail. Now it's much less a game of tag, more just a case of reeling the fish in. I mean, he's gonna try running. Apparently, it's just smoke. What's the stopping power? Oh, he heard the word try, and so there we go. Maybe he can just remove his own foot. It's too risky for him to go into melee combat. It's his own personality which has led to a somewhat defeat here. Well, that's just... Well, there are no rules really set in place, so yeah, fully allowed apparently, no cheating. Makes sense, he's covered both bases there, but you haven't even tested it out yet. Hasn't really stopped him at all there, there's still just striding forward. He can move faster than that bolt. Ah. Yeah, just close the distance. He has so... Okay, that's more just straightforward than my answer was going to be. I like it. Never trust anything. Tag. I mean, when everything and anything can be smoke used to distract and duplicate himself. Yes, no one notices the bush. If he's not a bush, he's nothing. Yep, he's bored now. I also would quite like to know if there was actually a punishment for the... Okay. Hang on, if he's built in a condition there where if he gets caught he can't ever use it again, then the punishment... He just gave away an important bit of information there, the one giving them the powers, but... If he had the condition, then the punishment for being, running out of time could have been quite bad. They've been... Oh. Look at that. And considering the reconnaissance has been taken out for the meantime, he's awfully quiet. And in the pouring rain like this, I mean, if he wants to survive, yeah, he really, really can't. Excuse me. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it was. Hmm. That's actually quite useful. Yeah, it's quite useful being able to borrow people's powers and the like. He just got to somehow be putting people in his debt. Can he only use it once then, and then has to renew that debt? Uh-huh. So if he's still alive, it's still there? Ah, good. He's either somewhere that he can't be reached. Makes sense. Or he's purposely trying to keep quiet and not do anything. And if they can't handle it, oh well, we just need to find some others. He gets a receipt. Okay. Um, I wonder what he was beforehand, because having like a little iPod type thing to activate his ability there. Is he sulking? He is intrigued about this match that he's having with someone that has put up such a fight and isn't constantly terrified of him. Not only is somewhat on equal grounds or above him in terms of ability of the game, but actually enjoys Gungi more than him. There's more to life than finding food, I guess. Striking down those who disobey you. If this blind little games master actually is able to sway the king in his way of thinking, then she has done more than a lot of hunters could even possibly hope to do. I do wonder how it will factor into a resolution, whichever way it's going in. There was a lot going on in this episode, wasn't there? The fact that we had the resolution of the game of tag, having a bit more understanding of his novice portals, how he's connected to this Nen dimension and rooms filled with snacks and drinks that I'm sure he's brought there with him. The fact that it seems such a useful ability at any point in any situation if he just doesn't want to deal with it. So now I'm out. Teleport away to this place, sit back. Maybe he's got a couple of rooms with some bean bags. Maybe he gets like TV or internet in here. I'd never want to leave then. I do like how the king questioned why didn't you immediately stop him in his tracks when you knew what he was doing? Why didn't you just win? Why hesitate? Instead of any kind of logical reason, it was sentimentality. This is a new thing that he's going to learn. What's it going to truly mean to him? Just how many of the fights with the Chimerans are going to boil down to you lost because you don't quite understand your power, it's new to you, and you're a moron. If Nov can start zipping away some of the other ones, Lobster Dude and Wolf, trap them away in different rooms, gather a bit more information from them about what's going on, what they're up to, what they're going to face up next. That's always good, considering we've got actually relatively few Chimerans still on the King's side, kind of being in their way and whatnot. It's just a vast amount of people being selected. And I think that's kind of... I've forgotten what it was that I was going to say, but you've got quite a disparity. You've got the millions of people on the edge of, well, becoming cattle, if they haven't already. The horrific dark places the story has gone and is going. And then it's kind of counterbalanced with some of the inane bullshit we get from the other characters and other Chimerans. Like, oh yeah, just want to play tag. Gonna catch me. Let's forget about genocide for a moment. But knowing that a lot of the battles is kind of just down to experience and patience for a lot of part of it. Not giving away your hand too early so the enemy don't know quite what you're up to. I would like to see how this lion uses his to the best of his ability. He might have seen it before, might have a vague understanding of how it works, but putting it into practice is a different thing. He has a wide variety of stuff at his disposal, sure. Is it one at a time? Can you just print out like dozens of tickets and rip them all up and have like super powers combined? Was that mentioned at all? Hunter x Hunter is going some places that simultaneously is kind of ramping up in some of the aspects of what it's showing us, and also slowing down just to drag out the unease as long as it can. And I love it for it. I would like to see what Gon is doing, what Colt is doing. Maybe leave the chairman out for a bit until the big reveal. It's all just so damn interesting. And the fact that we've got more coming up. So, if you're eager and willing to see that, make sure to come back for more Hunter x Hunter. Maybe let me know down below just how much you're enjoying it. If there's anything I've missed. If there's anything you would do differently with your own powers. And just how asinine they may be. But make sure to get yourselves a bit of rest. Maybe subscribe to the channel or join my Discord. But for now, hopefully I'll see you for the next one. If you would like to try and catch me, you'd probably have a better chance at it if you were to join on to my Patreon. Might be slightly less eager to run away that way. So I do need to thank Noku, Raywin, Sal, Shiwan, Mats, Akane, Guado, Danny Sui, Croyville, Kite, Diego Zenhausen, Ranka, Lightwizard 91, Tori Jane, Nessed 9870, Maxwell, the Kebab Seller, and everyone else. Because so far, no one's decided to try and run after me. And I can only ever be grateful for it. So, if you would also like to support the channel, I couldn't thank you enough.